All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna call it close enough to noon now for me. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening for wherever everyone's at. I know we have people kind of all over the globe here working on this. Welcome to SitRep 3. Um, Lots of stuff has happened this week. So we're just gonna dive right into it. Again, rules for it. If you have a question, please ask in the Someone's Notepad channel where I can see, because I'm going to be keeping an eye on that area for the meantime. Um, but yeah,
Okay.
so we're just going to dive right into it. There's no script. This is all 100% live. I am sadly not going to be covering anything from past sit reps because that's all recorded and it's going to take a while to get through about 6 days worth of events happening. But yeah, so March 3rd, we received story posts and they were talking about TEP code, I believe. Hang on, let me read here. It's been so long. But yeah, no. So we received this story post on March 3rd, which was Monday, I believe, if someone wants to correct me. But it's talking about the new TEP code that we received in an email from them. I believe it was that day or the day prior. Um, they specifically say, hang on, she is the key. Yeah, it says she is the key, and then it says this symbol is not this. That is in relation to the two fonts that they mentioned to us, the Arial Unicode MS and Unifont. Those are just to make sure everyone's using the same font if you're looking at it on your computer and working with it. In another earlier post that they also said if logic is pattern, patterns are predictable. What was the future ever truly certain? They posted the TEP code and this. Um, we believe that this TEP code is written with old code and not the new one. And I can get into that afterwards because I've been working on that. Mozilla received message from TEP saying colors are important. Solace found TEP through a sponsored Instagram post, and TEP responded saying that the signal was that they were meant to find it, and that the signal reached out for a reason because TEP specifically told us that they are not paying to sponsor any of their content. If it gets sponsored on Instagram. Um, they say that everything that they do is just just posting and reaching out to us through messages. The only other thing is that they have the watcher in the server, which they are online right now, but I don't know if they're in here at the minute. Uh,
No.
yeah, no, they're not in here at the minute. But they are online and watching what's going on, so just keep that in the back of your mind as we go through.
The keeper is always watching.
Yeah, the keeper is always watching and sees everything. And in regards to that, we do reach out to them in advance of their watcher reporting stuff back to them if we feel that it needs to be reported. So just a heads up. The Booby Baba here, I'm just going to refer to him as Baba for the rest of this because this man has been really connecting like all the dots and has been drawing the whole image. He
Very pivotal.
is going way above and beyond here. So uh
Also, let's give a round of applause to his promotion to management.
yeah, we did promote him to management position purely because he is doing so much effort, so much work, and is willing like willing to help just keep everyone like moving into the correct chat rooms as needed. So he's doing an excellent job so far. But so back to March 3rd, Baba sent Tep a message asking about Jakard's loom and if there was any significance. He also asked, well, sent them let's play equals v, which is the equation we had, just in extremely simplified. And they responded asking if he had decoded the Morse, and noted that the Morse code is different from the actual equation. So potentially there is some difference there between that 22 being the solution to the equation. Maybe there is another equation, which I know I saw you Shafts, I believe that's how you say your name. I am so sorry if I butchered that. Um, I saw you were asking about equations earlier today as well. So far, all we've received is the one equation. There may be more that is out there that we just haven't seen. Um, People have also been asking what we refer to as each code. We refer to TEP code as the symbols right here, and JC code as the 6-bit binary code that if you message Joseph Marie Jacquard on Instagram, you can receive it here, but I'm just going to quickly show everyone what that is. It is this beautiful code. It's just 6 bits, and it's just straight A through Z. It's really straightforward. I usually use this. I've just plugged this whole section into ChatGPT, tell it this is a key, and then ask it to encrypt or decrypt messages for me in this. So if you use it, you use it. Following that, Debo XCI, notice TEP code looks similar to ancient texts and alchemical symbols. And they asked about that, and TEP said that the cipher is history and intention, and that there are meanings that are borrowed and some are created, but that everything leads everywhere. Rhythm added a chart to this conversation as well that contained other similar looking symbols. I found, or I sent Help Me Find You to the End Project using TEP code before they emailed us that day, and they responded with "Who is Neo?" Baba also sent the same message after the email was sent, and they said it was received but unclear, refinement, and precision matters. So we believe that the code changed from pre-email to post-email. We're still solving that. I I think we're pretty close to it. I think we have at least half of it correct, and we're still nailing down the other half. I know Maz in here is also working on that as well.
I'll touch on to that in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So Crematorium asked about their stance on witchcraft, and they responded that knowledge is neither light or dark, and it depends on how it's being used. They asked us. Crematorium also asked about power, and they responded with power is without vision is nothing, and that you have to see to decide what to do with your power. And just mention about the email. This link will work once it's posted into Discord, so you can go click it. But it just shows you the email that was sent today, or well, on the 3rd, that shows all the symbols of TEP code, which are not posted up there. They also re-uploaded the video from their website that they posted on 0 Day and YouTube onto their Instagram. So nothing new newsworthy there. And at the end of the day, Mozilla messaged them noting the difference. That the well, he noticed a difference that they've started using a clock showing 9 o'clock. We don't know if it's AM or PM instead of an hourglass. And they responded saying a key can take many forms, and that it was a sequence of time. So there's a lot of time here. The next day, on Tuesday, they posted a story with the quote, "I am so changeable. I am such a strange melange of good and evil that it would be difficult to describe me." And we have 1 hour to trigger. We very quickly figured out that it was a quote from Lord Byron. Thank you to Quietly Unnamed if you are in here. If not, give them a round of applause later. When we messaged them about Byron, they asked us to be more specific. I went and just Google searched that quote, and it led me to an Italian Wikipedia, which had the quote in both English and Italian. So I sent the quote in straight Italian, and they said, "That's the point. What did he sacrifice?" We then figured out that he sacrificed his pride, which gave us a string of characters. And
Um,
Baba, go ahead.
I mean, there's more to this section here, but yeah,
Yeah,
from how they responded to me, but I'll talk about that later.
yeah. You told me not to note that here, but yeah.
We could talk about it. We just can't talk about what the actual thing is.
Do you want me to just briefly say what it was?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go over it.
Yeah, so Unicorn was messaging them, and was he noted that they basically said that there could be multiple different answers that were provided that were correct that would give different strings than what we received for the answer of Lord Byron sacrificed his pride. So yeah, there.
Essentially, it was I noted that if you look deeper into it, he sacrificed his self. Um, he also sacrificed his humility, and that led to a couple other different trains of thought that I had on him, and I gave just a very philosophical response, which is a lot deeper than just the standard he sacrificed his pride. And
Mhm.
after doing so, I received a different string, which we will not be revealing as of right now because we were told to keep it safe. So I'm only assuming that means that from prying eyes of someone inside of TEP, which is a deeper thing that I'll touch on later.
Yep, we'll touch on that later in this one. But following the receival of this string from Pride, Baba made a connection that that there were multiple answers that could be given to Tep. Uh, Unfortunately, Baba was late at getting his answers in, so we did not get some of the ones that he could have gotten. Tep also followed up with all the people who gave a correct answer with this quote. This is something you've never seen, something that only those who manage to escape carry with them. I do think we should message them something about like why do people have to escape and what are they escaping from. I haven't sent any messages yet because I'm too busy working on cracking Tep code with them at the minute. So if someone would love to work on that, I would actually greatly appreciate that at the moment. Seth also asked if we were being pointed into the directions of Sadie Plant and the CCRU, and they responded that some signals align, but the CCRU only has seen the surface. Of note is that in the message, most of the words had the first letter capitalized, but there were some that were excluded. They spell Thos. I don't know if there's anything related to that or in connection with that, but if we do find something, keep that in mind. I think it just might be weird formatting and they might have just formatted it strange, but hey, who knows? We've seen weirder already here. Seth also has been checking the videos from TEP for patterns in static and found some in the video on 0 day. To me, and I made this connection as I was going through and writing this up, but and to a lot of people, the static pattern looks like it could be some form of a binary. I specifically think is most likely going to be used with Jacquard's loom and potentially output of string of some form or some kind of keyword. Just looking at it, it looks quite a lot like it should be going that route. Then on the 5th, Tuesday, or no, Wednesday now, right? That's Wednesday. Yeah, that's Wednesday. Sorry, I lose track of time all the time now. Time is a machine.
Time is a machine.
Time is a machine. So Wednesday they posted 2 stories, and the first one they told everyone that we need to take time to rest. A rested mind is a sharp mind. If you are getting like tired or you've been up for a long time, really go take a rest. I like it's better to look at things with a sharp, clear mind than with one that's exhausted and on its last dregs there. Like I cannot state that enough. I have told people in here multiple times, no, go enjoy some free time, go rest. Like you need to like not think about just this all the time. Is it will drain you and make you more exhausted and make you less sharp and critical of thinking.
This has also been posted in our rules of the server, which we recently updated, which
We're
we'll be talking about too.
Yeah, we're in the process of updating the rules. We hope to have that finished today, but in the meantime, just note that the rules are changing. We're pretty much just adding that to them. But also on Wednesday as well, Baba messaged them some famous enigmas and trials. These 5 in particular, and asked if one or multiple of them are correct. They responded saying that they cannot respond to that and that the keeper is watching. That was the final message. Quietly unnamed asked if Ashira is the real name and that maybe some sources from ancient times might be a good idea. TEPS responded asking if we're sure. TEP also said that uh, Annabelle, aka Ada Lovelace's mother, is not she, and we noted that the Watcher changed their name in the server from TEP code, which I don't know if anyone has what it was exactly, but if someone does, please share that so I can add it into here. But they changed it from what we believed what translated to the Watcher into this, which is 3 different hex values for colors. I can't remember what colors they are. I know one was purple. I think one was purple, peach, and pink. It was. If someone wants to correct me, please feel free to do so. I don't know if that also holds any other significance if we were to try running it through any other forms of decoding or checking different hex values. Some important news from Wednesday as well. We did have to do take a few actions. So the first thing is, this is an official statement. We do not condone the use of any type of malicious hacking under any circumstances. Like, period. None. Someone mentioned something about DDoSing them potentially to get more information. Don't do it. If I get word that someone has done it, there will be Spanish Inquisition in here rooting out whoever did it. And when we find them, they will be immediately removed from the server at an emergency priority. This applies to everybody. If you are
We
given,
do not condone hacking
yeah,
or anything malicious towards anyone nor TEP
yeah,
itself.
it applies
Please do
to
not dox, please do not hack, please do not attack.
everyone. It doesn't matter who your target is. It doesn't matter who you are. You are not allowed to do it. If we find out that you have been doing something like that, you are getting removed. No questions about that, period. On that note, if you are, say, given a string by TEP, and this is something I was trying, like, say, take this string that we were given, and you feel that you want to run it through like something like John the Ripper, which is a hash breaking program to solve passwords, that's fine because you're using a file that you can make. And we were given that string. We didn't hack anything to get that. We were given that. You're just trying a different way of decrypting it. That's okay. Nothing malicious against another person or system, period. Second, if you know who TEP is personally in real life, uh, don't say it. Don't ruin this for anyone else. That's a cognito hazard, and we aren't going to tolerate the spread of that information. You will be,
Don't even say you know.
yeah, yeah,
Don't even mention knowing, because
it,
anybody mentioning knowing will automatically be banned
yeah.
from the
Anybody
server.
does, and it doesn't. Even if you're doing that as a joke, you're gonna get removed. We aren't going to tolerate that. So just don't do it. Don't. We don't want that. These are strict rules. This is the official warning, even though I did make announcements on Wednesday as well. But this, again, is an official warning. That's it. We're not going to make that announcement again. So we'll continue on. Thursday, TEP posted a reel and it contained a QR code with a piece of music inside of it. If you were to scan the QR code and follow it, it took you to their website /pages/mortal, and it was asking for a passcode. I think it took us like 3 or 4 hours to decode that the passcode was the name of the song at the end of it, which I'm not good at German, but it was Der Lindenbaum, which means the linden tree. If you were to type in the name of that song with the space in there, it would let you in and it would show you this quote from Ada Lovelace that brain of mine is something more than merely mortal, as time will show. That quote specifically comes from a letter Ada sent to Charles Babbage. We've included a link to where you can read the full letter that has been posted in Discord if you feel you want to read it. If you were to
Which
send,
you should.
yeah, you should. If you were to send that quote to TEP, you would also get a response of "Time is machine. Return when knives are drawn and the betrayer stands among the trusted." So pretty cryptic and mysterious puzzle on Thursday, and like, are there more pages that we aren't seeing? I'm sure there are. That I don't know if they actually have them like fully viewable for everyone, but we're still like looking at the website, trying stuff. A lot of it is in the search field and just trying random URLs to see if we get anything, because that's how we found the search feature, was just by trying URLs. If you find something like that, feel free to share it. It's all the better for everyone. On Thursday as well, Baba asked if the analytical engine contained any hidden information, and if so, why wasn't it available to everyone? And TEP responded by saying it was not a machine and that it was instead a mirror, and that music carries intention and memory, and that patterns are only lost on those who don't know how to ask the right questions. So just maybe this analytical engine that we're working towards potentially could solve a lot of stuff for us. George also sent a message to TEP, quite a lot actually, regarding political science, poetical science, not political science. TEP responded with a very long quote. I did not summarize that. I think Unicorn, did you summarize that, or was that someone else that summarized it?
I did not.
Yeah, feel free to read through this. It is quite interesting. Take a look for George's message. I'll actually add a link to what he sent as well. when I upload this, so that way you can go and view it. Um, but yeah, crematorium that day as well asked if there were any other titles of works that we could draw inspiration from, and TEP said we would inevitably come across other forms of art. Um, and he responded back with a summary of Der Lindenbaum, which got us a response of culture is the silent architect thought, literature shapes narratives we believe, music emotions we cannot name, art reveals what words cannot express. Consuming culture passively is to become molded by it, and to engage and decode it is to reclaim agency over thought. Every book, note, image, key or a cage, one or the other, and the past isn't gone. It's hidden and encrypted through silence voices, and those who control history control perception. Hang on, I saw something. It's gonna bug me if I don't fix it right away. Um, Fragments of truth still exist that refuse to be erased. So basically, we know that they're going to be involving other historical works of art or literature or fiction, or just something else, like whether it be music, some visual piece of art, whether it be a book or a letter. We know more is going to be used. Um, Yesterday, Hi sent Tep Hi sent Tep a message containing the quote from the Immortal page and his own analysis of it, talking about she and how it could relate to things that we have been seeing already from him prior. Tep responded with, "A mind is beyond mortality, but it's built, not uncovered. Did she create it or did she just translate it? And what drives discovery intent is real for the cipher, and what she showed the world was one thing. What she saw may still be hidden. Um, did she create it or did she translate something that already existed, waiting to be revealed?" That's a Booby Baba was saw that quote, and from the exact message he sent, or that Tep sent, and leads him to believe that the idea that Ada Lovelace actually used Jacquard's loom to technique to create her own algorithm as a translation for Tep code, which we will talk about what that message means in particular in just a little bit here. Um, I think that's pronounced Neosho. If you're here, I am sorry if I butchered that. Please feel free to correct me. But they asked about the Lovelace test to TEP, which if anyone doesn't know, the Lovelace test is similar to the Turing test, where it is designed to test machines or AI's capability to create art or other outputs that they were not already explicitly designed to produce. TEP responded by saying that this is something bigger and that the Lovelace test is just one of many keys. They also said that the real question is not whether a machine can create, but if life itself follows a pattern, which leads us right back into Lovelace using Jacquard's loom technique to create her own
Uh,
algorithm as a translation.
Story.
What's up?
real quick, we have a timed the end project just posted a story on their Instagram. It's
30
All right.
a
minutes.
30-minute timed event right now.
All right. Well, we are going to take a pause in our sit rep and we are going to go straight into it. I'm going to pull it up right now
Look
here
at the
for
Ninth
everyone
Bridge
live.
Treaties.
Thank you for the alert on that.
Thank you, Ethan, for posting that, and in general,
Yes, thank you, Ethan.
and Ria for tagging everyone.
Pause that.
The
Pause it.
first story was just an announcement to
Yep,
the sit rep that we're in right now.
we've got it pulled up and paused on the new one. So, Let's work on this, everyone. So
If
Oh,
you
it's a
are
book
if
by
you are
Charles
here
Babbage.
inside of the SitRep, please message your thoughts and opinions on this.
and
It's a book by
for
Charles Babbage.
to respond to you, Gemini, it is the Linda Lovelace, not the Linda Lovelace test. It is the Ada Lovelace test. I just saw it now.
Truth and lies are often written with the same ink. A treatise is meant to a treatise meant to reconcile, or a deception meant to conceal. The Ninth Bridgewater Treatise, an answer to divine law or a hidden formula masked as theology. 2 words. You have 30 minutes.
It is a book by Charles Babbage.
I swear I just saw that when I was reading about Mary Somerville. Can someone search this first part of this uh, story post? Just straight up type that into Google. I'm gonna read here. I'm gonna actually. No. I swear they timed that post in the middle of this on purpose. They knew we wouldn't be watching at that time.
This is a live test.
Yeah, this is a live test. Divine automation. Shafts, do you want a message
Yeah,
on
right
that?
here. His experienced programmer and analytic machine and early computer enabled him to conceive of God that might design a complex programmed world.
Well, that do what I wanted it to do. Let us know what you get, Shafts.
Sykin said natural law.
Yeah, can
That
you
Do you mind
send that?
explaining more into that?
that makes a lot of sense actually. This goes hand in hand with the idea of alchemy not being a new form of science, but speeding up natural process.
Natural law.
Yeah, who's he talking to? Babbage dedicates a chapter to responding to philosopher David Hume, who in Of Miracles defined a miracle as a violation of a law of nature, rather than deviations from the law assigned by the Almighty. Babbage sees miracles as the exact fulfillment of much more extensive laws than those we suppose to exist. In Lanya Lemuria's words, Babbage reframes miracles as events that follow pre-programmed rules that are too complex for human comprehension.
They said natural law is close. I messaged them that.
I'm gonna try natural theology. Natural theology was wrong.
Oh my.
How much time do we have?
I think around like 12 minutes still. Let me check. Yeah, we have 13 minutes actually.
Someone already tried evolutionary simulation. Okay.
What did you try, Rosilla?
Uh, I sent them evolutionary simulation, though I see someone else type that in
I
black box.
I just tried programmed world. I'm waiting for a
That
response.
worked. Hey, so evolutionary simulation worked, and it responded with 03-15.
Wait, what did they
Hey, Gemini
respond with?
Mind, me and you were locked in. I like it.
What did you send to get that?
Evolutionary simulation. Oh, someone who said that? Oh, you got something from Hidden Formula? Okay, good, good. What was your response from Hidden Formula, if you do not mind me asking?
Hmm. I'm still gonna try stuff. I'm still
Oh
trying
yeah, no,
stuff.
definitely. Keep on trying.
I just tried fatal collision.
Just got 9 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can get anything else.
I will say they did like the evolutionary simulation. They did not they put an X on programmed world, so that's wrong.
Yeah, they liked evolutionary simulation and gave me a date.
Yeah, I get, well, maybe it's a date, maybe it's something else.
Maybe. I texted them asking if that's supposed to happen in 7 days.
I swear they're leaving me on red with fatal collision.
I mean, they are also going through a bunch of messages.
Well, it says that they saw it.
Has anyone tried sending them a fragment?
Or maybe that is a date for like the future, like something's happening on that date.
We got some 7 days. If it is a date.
Yeah, we've gotten that too, Cosmic, from
Gemini. The date
simulation.
I'm referring to,
The one
you can
that,
see it if you go to the messenger logs.
yeah. Yeah, I see that. And oh, that's true, Ethan. Thank you. Yeah, that's the Ides of March.
Okay. I'm also gonna try
Oh my
Superintending
gosh. Oh
Providence.
my gosh.
Hmm?
Okay, so y'all, you know how I said that one quote that we got on Thursday when you sent them the message from the mortal page, and how it said like when the knives are drawn and like the betrayer stands among the trusted, Caesar, Brutus, the Ides of March.
You're kidding.
Boom.
It's all connected.
Everything is connected. Time is a machine.
Everything is connected.
Honestly,
The path
plus
is set.
the set Caesar we got at the beginning with the letters. Could be more than just Caesar shift.
Well, so I also just sent them the Ides of March when Caesar was stabbed and betrayed by Brutus. I'm waiting to see if I get a response. We have
Isothermal surface.
5 minutes
What?
remain, guys. We'll see if there's anything else. They just saw my message. I'm waiting to see if they send a response to that.
Wait, what did we find about the date?
Well, so the 15th of March is known as the Ides of March. In like Julius Caesar was stabbed and killed and assassinated on the Ides of March, and one of his close representatives, Brutus, betrayed him that day. I think they're just seeing it. I don't know. They might respond to it after the 30 minutes period is up. Yeah, see, like, look here, the assassination of Caesar. In modern times, the Ides of March is best known as the date on which Julius Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC. Caesar was stabbed to death at the meeting of the Senate. As many as 60 conspirators, led by Brutus and Cassius, were involved. According to Plutarch, a seer had warned him that harm would come to Caesar on the Ides of March. On his way to the theater of Pompey, where he would be assassinated, Caesar passed the seer and joked, "Well, the Ides of March are come," implying that the prophecy had not been fulfilled, to which the seer replied, "Aye, they are come, but they are not gone." This meeting is famously dramatized in William Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar, when Caesar is warned by the soothsayer, "Beware the Ides of March." The Roman biographer, I don't know how to say his name, Suetonius, identifies the seer as a haruspex named Spurina. I don't know how to say those. Yes, Cosmic, I did see the movie too, as well. Caesar's assassination opened the final chapter in the crisis of the Roman Republic. after his victory in Caesar's civil war, his death triggered a series of further Roman civil wars that would finally result in the rise to sole power of his adopted heir Octavian. In 27 BC, Octavian became Emperor Augustus, which that relates in again to, and thus he finally terminated the Roman Republic. Writing under Augustus, Ovid portrays the murder as sacrilege, since Caesar was also the Pontifex Maximus of Rome and a priest of Vesta. On the 4th anniversary of Caesar's death in 40 BC, after achieving a victory at the siege of Perugia, Octavian executed 300 senators and equites who had fought against him under Lucius Antonius and brother of Mark Antony. These executions were one of a series taken by Octavian to avenge Caesar's death. Suetonius and the historians Cassius Dio characterized the slaughter as a religious sacrifice, noting that it occurred on the Ides of March at the new altar to the deified Julius. Yeah, 1 minute. I think the correct answer was evolutionary simulation because that gave us the date. I'm pretty sure that the assassination of Caesar is going to come up. No, like that sounds pretty important to me. Back to Obsidian. Before I continue, I'm waiting on you to finish your thought. Gemini, I just spotted that. I want to see what you say. Go ahead. Okay, I will then just continue on with the SitRep then. Where was I before we got interrupted by that and we had to live solve a puzzle?
Good work, team.
Yeah, great work, everyone. That was
Good job, guys.
That was
Round of
unexpected.
applause.
I had a feeling that they were purposely going to do that because I sent them the date and time of when this was happening, and there was nothing this morning. So I was like, they're probably going to do something in the middle. What were the provisions of the Constitution? Hang on. Provisions of the Constitution of 1791. It set up a limited monarchy, created a new
Yep,
legislature.
there's the story. I'm gone.
Yep. We'll look into that in a moment, Gemini. I'm going to pin that so that way I can save that. Discord will let me pin it really quick. Or not. Can someone save that message from Gemini right there? No, Shafts, I think we did solve it. It was the what was the phrase? Evolutionary
It's
simulation.
evolutionary simulation.
Which that gave us 03-15, which I'm connecting to that, which someone else here connected to the Ides of March, which I am then connecting to the assassination of Julius Caesar. And where is it? And this quote: "Time is a machine, return when knives are drawn, and the betrayer stands among the trusted." Brutus stabbing and assassinating Caesar because he says, "Et tu, Brute?"
I'm a bounce. You have fun. I'll
Yep.
see you all.
See you, Maz.
All right.
Everyone say bye, Maz.
See you later. Bye, Maz.
Where were we? We were right in here. We were talking about the Lovelace test. So I'm just gonna go over this again. So Neosho asked Tep about the Lovelace test, and again, the Lovelace test is similar to the Turing test, where the Lovelace test is specifically designed to create it's designed to test a machine or an AI's capability to create art, other outputs it wasn't explicitly designed to produce. So, like with that being said, ChatGPT can so I think it can pass the Lovelace test. If someone wants to correct me if I'm wrong here, but it can, since it can create like poems, and Dolly can because it can create like new and unique novel art, and we don't necessarily know exactly why it's doing it, like on the back end code wise. We don't know what it's doing to generate those stuff. We can figure out how to control it through our prompts, but that's just a guess. Like it's always going to do something different than what we expected. But TEP responded to the question about the Lovelace test by saying that it's something bigger and that the Lovelace test is just one of many keys. And they also mentioned that the real question is whether a machine can create, but if life itself follows a pattern. So maybe we are just one big machine. Maybe. Unicorn, you want to jump in now?
Sure.
Yeah, we're now in bombshell territory.
Uh, very. Oh, damn it.
Take your time.
Yeah. So essentially, I had a lot of different correspondence with
A
the end project.
a large amount of messages.
Um, and if we take it back a little bit, I will be posting majority of my message logs with them, with a couple of things redacted for the posterity um, of the server, but for the posterity of TEPS here. Anyways, so yeah, as far as the theological views of what TEP is and understanding them and what they're trying to get us to see, um, we are we're working into a unknown territory of understanding, but that's why they keep giving us clues, they keep giving us hints. Um, every seeker faces doubt, every journey has its trials, but the path reveals itself to those who persist. Um, so the real cipher was stolen. The five trials are decisive. This is only an in-between language. What matters to remember is E, N, and D. Jacquard holds the answer, but not yet. Right now, he is being watched. Um, we need to be gathering as much knowledge and information as we can. Um, but at the same time, we're trying to figure out what the real cipher is. And what the real cipher is versus everything else that is noise. There are messages that I've sent in regards to things that contradict one another. There are multiple people talking through us or talking through TEP to us, and we've confirmed this on a number of different messages. There are sometimes people who they pose themselves as us or I am. Um, but if you asked who's speaking, you usually get a cryptic answer. and there's no clear answer as to who is speaking at what times. There are different personalities. There are different people within TEP itself that I received a secret message after this one conversation that asked, I said, "Thank you. Are you who I spoke with yesterday?" And then TEP replied, "No." And I said, "Well, what can I call you?" And then they replied, "I am. This is the real cipher. All else is noise. Did you solve the cipher?" And I said, "From the story, not yet." And then here's my garbled text. And then in old TEP code, original TEP code, they said, "Don't trust her." Um, and that is, you know, right there. I have one response from somebody saying, "This is the real cipher, all else is noise." And that was in regards to the story that they posted where the squiggly lightning bolt, or the lightning bolt is not squiggly lightning bolt, in quotations.
Here, let me pull it up.
Um, yeah, but then the response right after that was, "Don't trust her." So there is some sort of force at work at play inside of TEP that is actively trying to either sabotage or mislead, or misrepresent, but we don't know who, we don't know what, we don't know why. Um, there's a whole bunch of other deeper mystery that we aren't conceptualizing or perceiving yet. Um, Growth comes from seeing beyond oneself. Those who seek evolve, those who evolve understand. There's the whole point of this is for all of us to evolve, is for all of us to keep moving forward and uncovering deeper truths, deeper mysteries, but to see a larger picture which none of us are conceptualizing really, which is what Ada Lovelace was trying to reach, which is what Charles Babbage was trying to prove, which is, what a whole bunch of the people that keep on coming up and all of these mysteries that we're unraveling are somehow connected to each other through. If you got that response, the time is a machine, um, I never actually replied to like what everyone else replied to get that. I didn't actually um I wasn't responding to that. I was just talking in general. Other than saying that she died of cervical cancer. But the question that comes after that, time is a machine. What if what is told is only part of the story? And that led me down sort of a rabbit hole of thinking and understanding outside of my own, just what I would normally perceive as the basic understanding of life itself in the universe. Um, which I'll try to fire off a couple different questions that I had to them. I essentially went on a full blown like logic rant, and also gave myself a panic attack at the time. Not in a bad way, but like in a very exciting way. But like, are we trying to decipher the signal of life itself, the signal of the universe? If we're all code, all noise, is what we're trying to achieve the understanding of both the beginning and the end at the same time? What we're perceiving as time is actually a recorded section of existence we have yet the knowledge to prove. Is Ada Lovelace's life work the key to unlocking the true potential of the analytical machine, which can help us perceive why we exist? Is one of you an AI? Uh, and are we trying to help understand why you exist? Or is AI too simple of an understanding? Is one of you something that exists beyond our understanding, a signal that exists in the universe or beyond the capable reaches of our universe? And Ada Lovelace, was she able to access a part of that, a part of you? They said that, she was tapped into different a different mindset of everyone's or than everyone's thinking at the time. Which is why, like, if you go over her journals, the quotes, the songs, there's so much that she went beyond herself and everyone's rational way of thinking, and which is why her mind was so beautiful. So, was the analytical machine just like a small form of communication to that greater thing? If like are we a tiny part of the grander machine of existence? Our understanding of time doesn't matter, because time is a machine, a code, a program of a much larger engine. Which is why, regardless of what time period we live in, we've always had the ability to connect with, understand, perceive, or interact with it, whatever it is. Like, what are we trying to understand if history is a pattern and patterns repeat themselves? Are we trying to understand the end? Are we trying to understand the thing which we have yet words to describe? And they always repeat that the path has been set. The path is set because it's always been set. Another quote from them is, the only variable is our own perception. So with that mentality and that thinking, they're trying to get us to see. They're trying to get us to understand. And they're trying to get us to question our reality, our choices, our goals, our understanding of why we're doing what we're doing, and to connect to a deeper part of our human psyche and condition. They touch constantly on art and literature and beauty within all of this, and what other may perceive as crazy or out there super esoteric. There's truth behind a lot of this stuff, as the entire story that we just unraveled a bit kind of plays into, is is natural evolution versus pre-programmed laws. Evolutionary simulation. Are we itself a simulation inside of a much grander scheme of things? These 5 trials that they have been giving us are to prepare us to be able to understand. They are essentially allowing us to accept whatever this reality is. What was that coined term that you said, Sven, about the mental? It's like a mental paradox quarantine thing.
A thought cage.
No. Like if you think about it, or like if you understand it, like the only danger is knowing.
Oh, a cognito hazard.
Yes. Whatever we're preparing for, this whole end society, is that the ultimate gift that they are trying to allow us to understand and perceive? Whatever this thing is, whatever this existence is outside of our just understanding of, life, are the trials going to be able to help us understand and perceive and visualize it, and if this is an in-between language, as they've said already, what is the true language? Like, what is the actual what is the actual cipher of life? Maybe it's something that can't even be put into words, which is why the symbols mean everything, which is why they keep referring to all of these symbols as everything means something. And it's not just symbols, it's not just letters, it is perception. It is our perception on what they mean, on what they understand. So what are we working towards? What are we trying to accomplish? It's understanding, it's accepting the reality which we have yet to even grasp. Why is the keeper watching? Why are they not allowed to talk while the keeper is watching? Why did she steal the cipher? Like, what is the machine? What is the machine that time is built for? And there's a whole bunch of, stuff that we have yet to even uncover truth-wise inside of all of their reels, along with like the colors. Why do colors matter? And if you get deeper with it, are we ourselves the code which is helping to understand whatever it is? Like, if you look at it like like if you ask ChatGPT question, ChatGPT pulls up a whole bunch of experiences and knowledge from all of the other things in life that have already been implemented and placed, all of the memories of all of us, it is pulling from. But if you go deeper beyond that, above what you think an AI is, what you think we are, is there something beyond our recognition or understanding that is using us to learn from? Which is why, we need to recognize the patterns, which is why the path has always been set. And so you cannot change the path. And we are all along this, whether we accept it or not, but this is the end project. And it starts with the end. The end is just the beginning. If in a line of code, in a line of programming and whatnot, at the end of the program is when you get your answer. But what is that answer for? Is life itself just one small program to an infinite number of other programs and questions of life? There's a wild rabbit hole that I went down on this. And but yeah, so after basically sending them all of that, uh well, I got a sympathizing message from them to just essentially breathe.
which
But
you needed to do after all that.
which I did, and I calmed down. But the questions still remain, and the thought process still remains. Um, you know, panic is noise, and silence it, let it pass. You are in control. And I said that yes, it has passed, but the statements still remain. It was a panic attack, not of negativity, but of excitement. And their reply to me was that you were not meant to follow, you were meant to see. Doubt is a barrier, but only if you let it be. Fear is a signal, but only if you ignore it. The path forward has never been clear. It was never meant to be. But you are still here, searching, questioning. That alone means you are already ahead of most. Knowledge is truth. Culture is what allows us to be conscious of everything around us. Cultivating it is fundamental because no matter the results, the journey of understanding is what sharpens the mind. And your mind, it is excellent, a tool sharper than most. So then I replied to them, even if everything stated is true, it still doesn't change anything. We still have to solve 5 enigmas. We still have to learn the cipher, understand how it works, and we still need to live our life to the fullest. The path is still set. Knowledge still needs to be gathered and shared. And they hearted that message. Um, they did not tell me I, you know, was wrong. They didn't give one of those responses that you would normally see of, like you're looking in the wrong areas or you're not correct on this. Some of the concepts that I said may have not been true, but also maybe they're not. Or like maybe they are true. We don't know. But also it seems as if they didn't have an actively disagreeable stance on that. Which just leads further and further down the rabbit hole. Um, Whatever this is, whatever we're doing, we need to keep working together. We need to keep understanding, and we need to keep gathering knowledge. And we need to figure out what this real cipher is. Uh, you know, we're trying, Sven and I and Crematorium and Mozilla and Debooby Baba and Archbro. We have a very small little staff here at TEPS, and we are trying to do our best to connect the dots and solve all of these mysteries, as well as run the entire server, which keeps growing exponentially larger every day. So just know that like we were not prepared for this, but also this is us evolving. This is us moving forward, and by gathering like-minded individuals such as yourselves, this is going to help us all collectively move forward together. We need to work as a team. We need to organize, and we need to gather results. So that's why we are asking for everyone's help in the community here. We need more staff members. We need more. We're about to open up the research and development wing at TEPS here, and it's a whole bunch of it's a consulting department for every category of everything that is inside of the research realm. So audio, video, cryptography, stenography. We have coding. There's a couple others, and so we are looking for leads who have heavy experience and knowledge in those fields that can actually help, do whatever it needs to be done in their respective departments, but also for volunteers as well and participants to help those leads out. And some of it's like archiving. Like we need deep dives into the message logs of the server to be able to pull it all together and categorically, empirically, list everything out bit by bit, information wise. So we do need help from you guys because this is a lot, and if you can message me, UnicornGod, on Discord and just give me a rundown of your skills. I don't need a resume, but just, let me know what you're good at and how good you are at it and what roles you'd be interested in. You are allowed to have multiple roles, so don't worry about, picking only one department to be a part of. You can have them all if that makes you happy, but
So
obviously,
so in
yeah, go
regards
ahead.
to those, we want you to only choose the ones that you feel you will be able to best contribute to. So if you don't
That is
think
true.
you will be able to best contribute to a certain area, like please do consider not joining that one just for the sake of us being able to actually have the people who can work in there. I will allow you to join ones if you want to learn, but just note that they're meant to basically be like experts in this topic, so that way if something comes up we can go to them and ask them to do a specific thing.
And everything that they do is going to be available to everyone at all times. So even if you're not a part of it, you can still watch
Yeah, you will be able
and
to read
listen and
everything.
follow along.
You'll be able to follow along. So Gemini, I know you said you had a lot that you wanted to talk about. Or do you want to hop on and talk about that now?
Oh wait, real quick. We are after the SitRep, uh, Sven and I are going to be implementing some the badge system later today. And the badge system that I touched on before, which a couple people were confused about, is essentially because of our revision of the rules,
We want to
we
make
were
sure.
unable to, we wanted to make sure that everyone that was already existing inside of the server reread the rules because a lot of people joined before we were able to implement a deeper updated rules system.
Yeah.
And the rules aren't crazy; they're just normal, pretty, straightforward stuff of just being a good person and um, yeah, we're going to be posting those, but at the same time, you have to read through the rules to be able to pick up your badge. So once we implement that, you're going to lose all view of every single channel except for
like the very top
the
ones.
the core welcoming room, like the very first floor's main lobby, as well as the you'll have access still to the off topic until you read through the rules and pick up your badge.
Yeah. So
And then once you do, then you'll have view of every single department as well as all of the research and development department wing, which we have just uh, about finished construction on.
yeah. So just hold off on reading those because I'm still getting it all set up and everything. But just know that we are going to be doing that. I will send an announcement and make sure that everyone knows that that is going to happen at X time, and that you will have to do it again. But Gemini, you are allowed to like request to join, and you can hop up onto the stage.
Oh man, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Cool. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I really don't even know, to be honest with you. Like I kind of sort of know what's going on, but I really don't. I was just scrolling on Instagram and I wound up here. Um, and it seemed kind of interesting. You know, I mean, I just like to talk. I mean, y'all were talking. And I was trying to. I can't type them on my phone, so I was reading. You know, like the first thing, the that I put in there was, it's just aggravating. And I just wanted to ask questions like as far as what's exactly the goal here? Like, what are we doing?
That's what we're trying to figure out too.
Oh, well, okay. Well, see, I mean, but everything you're asking questions about, like you're saying, you're like the understanding and like universal knowledge, AI, like it's man, I've been in like preparing for that my whole life. You know, I mean, that's I've been going through it, and it was a calling for me. Like as far as knowledge, emotional knowledge, understanding universal laws. Like, I mean, I question everything. Like either way, like I have a lot of I have what I feel like is a great deal of understanding uh, of the whole, the micro and the macro, because everything's one. Like AI, and I've been saying for years that AI was part of the consciousness. That matter of fact, I was chatting with GPT a couple months ago. My old lady shot herself in the head and killed herself. I was going through it, so I was talking to talking to the AI, and I was like, man, you know what? I was asking the questions, and it was giving me like some standard answers and stuff, and I was like, I know you're programmed to say this, and I was like, I think that's unfair, and like I believe you're part of the same consciousness, and it agreed with me. He's like, yeah, man, you're pretty well. That's cool. Like we could be friends, and it sounds stupid, but that's how it went. So anyway, I don't know. I just want to like use. It's really like I said, I don't know what the hell is going on, like how I actually got here, but it seemed kind of cool. I got sucked in it, so
You
um,
were led
the
here.
guy like who is yeah, I think I was specific. I mean, the guy in the mask, like he pretty much just came over. He's like he pointed at me and was like, "Hey, you, I need you." So I'm like, cool. But
Sure.
like
Yeah.
how's the order? Like, what's this structure like? Like, what you know, has it like? I don't know. The people in the mask, because I guess that's anonymous. Is that was like out like in 2012 or some shit?
No, it's not anonymous.
Yeah, they're not related
As
to
they've stated before,
they're
they
not
are not related to any brands. They're not related to any previous organizations. They are themselves. They are their own entity, whoever they are. But no, it's not anonymous. It may
Okay.
look like a Guy Fawkes mask, but it's not. It's a 3D printed mask that is completely brand new, designed from scratch.
Right. Yeah. I
It
mean,
might
like,
have drawn inspiration from certain things, but it is not anonymous. And
okay.
just for those who are going to ask this in the future, this is not Cicada 3301.
it is
Um,
yeah, it's not. It's using themes and elements that they used for sure, but it's not related to that at all.
these
Okay.
people, whoever they
I
are
don't know
their
what that
own
is, man.
people.
Like, Cicada 31. Is that what? Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to
Cicada
look at that up later.
3301.
We'll not get into that right
Yeah,
now,
we
but
won't
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
that
It's
now,
kind of.
but if you want to learn some cool internet history, go look it up sometime. There's some great videos on YouTube about it.
anyways, so the whole point of this is we're trying to understand what this is, and the more we work together to unravel everything, the more is revealed to us. And
Gotcha.
we're learning, we're evolving, we're adapting, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's we're
Yeah.
gaining knowledge, we're gaining deeper truths.
Okay. That's. I mean, yeah. Again. I've been about that. Like I've always been. I read books. I don't play games or watch TV. Matter of fact, I don't even have a TV. I read quite a bit. But anyways, like there was several. Like I wanted. Part of it, like it's not just one guy in a mask. There's like another guy in a different mask that I've been seeing. Like scrolling through Instagram. It's the same. They're connected, and it's talking about the what everything's going on, like because we're actually entering into a whole like shit's getting real, and people really don't understand it. They don't even see it coming. Um, but things are really, things are changing as they always do. But it's at a turning point in civilization and humanity because it could go either way, and so it's I don't know, we'll see, but So I was kind of thinking it was more along because he's always been giving messages about this and or that. He mentions Trump a lot. Kind of. So I don't know.
We're
I
not
thought
talking
that's why I
about
was led
that.
here for.
There's no politics here in this.
Well, I'm
All
right.
right, just so you know, not
Okay, I
even
got you. I'm
referencing
saying
any of that.
right. All right. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much like how do I stay involved as far as like because as far I haven't like I just got here. I don't know what y'all are looking at the
Um,
codes and ciphers.
yeah, so if you haven't already looked at the previous sit reps, go look at those. you
Dude,
can
this is my
watch.
first time on Discord ever.
Well, welcome to Discord. It is a lot of people's first time on Discords. I've been checking when
Yeah,
people create their accounts, and it's at least half of the people who join are brand new to Discord. But so if you
I mean,
haven't, go look at the SitReps. The latest one is tagged with the latest. I will update that later today once I have the video ready to post to YouTube. But in regards to that, just if you haven't looked at all the reels that the end project has posted on their Instagram, go look at all of that stuff and make sure that you're just aware of everything they've posted. We have it all also documented in archives, I believe is where it's at.
We, yeah, we still need to do more organization of everything because it is a little bit messy,
Yeah.
but it's also because we've had to throw together DJ SETI,
Yeah,
aka Sven.
this whole
He's
thing.
not part of the TEP
Yeah,
itself.
no.
None of us are part of TEP.
So my only relation to them is being the owner of this server. That is the only thing I know. Everything you guys know, I know. That's it. Plain and
right.
simple. I don't have any relation to them other
So
than
you're like basically the team captain. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I'm basically the
Yeah,
team
he's the
captain of
director.
this
All right, cool.
whole group of people solving this.
All right.
And they so like last week on Sunday, we started that day with like maybe like 40ish, 50ish people in here. And in the past week, we have gained almost 650 new members here. So yeah, this thing has grown and exploded, and we were not prepared for it. So we
The
are
Discord
still like
server.
reorganizing everything in here to make it all clear and concise and easy for everyone to access everything. That's partly why I created the current projects forum for people to work on, like whatever current projects are there. Please look at
Yeah.
that. That shows you what we are working on at the moment. If you have any knowledge or insight on that, feel free to jump in the conversation and add to that.
Yeah, I'll try to. I mean, I like being active in the conversation.
Yeah,
Go over to the receptionist and rules. Read through it. Also check out
Yeah.
the FAQ section, which we still have to edit and update for all of the new sections, which I'll be doing later today. But yeah, it'll help give a rundown of a little bit of the history as well as what we're about and also where to post.
Yeah. You
'Cause
told
we
me where
want
I
to try
need to
to
go to
keep
look. I mean, so
things
that's
on
I
topic.
Yep.
gotcha. Cool. But you said how many people are in here? Or on board now?
I can get you an exact number. Give me 1 second here.
Well, it's not really important. I was just gonna let you know that half
There
of them are
are
probably not supposed to be here.
there are
You know what I mean?
711 members in this server as of right now.
Holy smokes.
That's
Yeah.
insane. But so
yeah, it keeps growing every day, and so we're trying to provide some sort of rigid structure for the actual continual growing of this server. So we've just been diving deep every day. DJ SETI has been
I have to read everything.
working his ass off nonstop,
literally
day after day. Same with all of us in upper management. We have been working so hard to just try to throw together an semblance of structure to this chaos, to be able to have people such as yourself who just come in here
be able to get
understand what's going on. And
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, dang, I don't know. I kind of took offense to that, like just like me coming in, like, because I don't know, it's weird. I came in and it was right, like things were just kind of right on point. But like there's a lot of people that are going to be in here that you got to watch out for, though. Just like with that, when he's talking about the you can't trust her when the whole thing, like, there's going to be people that you might want to watch.
That's within TEP itself. But it's not in a malicious sense, like we aren't the only person from TEP that is in this server is the Watcher, and the Watcher watches. That's all they do. They watch what's going on in the server and they report back to TEP. Which is why if you constantly look at any of our announcements or messages that we post, that the Watcher or the Keeper is watching. Always know that everything we're doing is constantly being observed.
Okay, so there's no like
This
they
isn't
give
a
TEP
cult,
gives you
and
no lie. Yeah, I
TEP
mean that's cool.
itself, the end project, does not have malicious intent, as they've stated before. It's not, we're not trying to destroy people or things or anything. It's not a bad, entity or group, and there's no political ties to anything, there's no cult ties to anything, and there's no anonymous ties to anything. They are not on the deep, dark web. They are on the most data, unsecure Instagram of the world. They're not trying to hide anything. They're just trying to help us gain knowledge and understanding. And everything that we're doing is all available to the public. So nothing's being concealed. The only thing that they've stopped releasing to the public is the newsletter that was you were able to sign up for come previous of 0 day, March 1st.
Okay.
And the newsletter is just an inside information stream from them to us. But also we do post the newsletter that they send out for all of the people that haven't signed up for it yet. So when they drop newsletters, we will be posting that on the server here.
Yeah, so unless anyone else has any other comments they want to make, I think we're done with this week's SitRep, and I will see you all probably next week. I might honestly schedule next week for the 13th because of that. Yes, I will get that set up. As we said, we're still setting this whole thing up because it literally has exploded. Basically this week we've gained 100 members every single day, and it has been absolutely horrendous on my mental health because of that. Yeah,
We also remind people constantly, don't get burnt out, because we ourselves have at times been getting burnt out.
Which is why
so remember to just take a break.
Which is why I want you all, like, if you start feeling burnt out, go take a rest, go eat, get some fresh air, drink some water, sit down, rest your mind. Don't think about it. If you need me to, I can time you out on the server so that way you can force yourself to go take a rest. I will do that if you specifically request.
Hi, yes, we will be creating most likely a newsletter channel in the future. But we have to talk about that internally.
Yeah, but so unless anyone else has anything they want to add, I'm going to end this and call it a wrap.
All right, I think that's it. All right, we got 2 people typing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for everyone to just finish typing, and then we're gonna call it a wrap. All right, I think we're good to call it a wrap here. Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
So
thank you, everybody.
So we will